All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live, page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to go back into the second book of Samuel, chapter 13, which gets into Amnon and Tamar. Amnon is one of the sons of David, and unfortunately, Amnon gets killed by his brother, Absalom. Now, this particular chapter of the Bible is a bit controversial. It actually, by modern day standards, touches on the element of kind of incest in a weird way. But keep in mind, David, which is what the second book and really the first book of Samuel also revolves around, he had a lot of kids by a lot of different women. He just did. And sometimes his children, they had other brothers and sisters that were like their half brothers and sisters. So just keep all that in mind as I read through this. But it should be a pretty good chapter. So here we go. Amnon and Tamar. After this, Absalom, the son of David, had a beautiful sister whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, fell in love with her. Okay? So I'm thinking Absalom and Amnon had different mothers. And I'm thinking that Absalom Absalom had a half sister that was not related to Amnon, hopefully. Okay. It depressed Amnon to the point of falling ill, that Tamar, his sister, was a virgin, but it was impossible for Amnon to pursue her. Now Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemiah, the brother of David. And Jonadab was a very crafty individual. He asked him, "Why are you, the son of a king, so sullen morning after morning? Will you not tell me?" Amnon told him, "I am in love with Tamar, the sister of Absalom, my brother." Jonadab instructed him, "Lie down on your bed and pretend to be ill. When your father comes to see you, say to him, 'Please allow Tamar, my sister, to come and prepare some food for me. She should make the food here, so that when I see it, I may eat it from her hand.'" So Amnon lay down and pretended to be ill. When the king came to see him, Amnon said to the king, "Please let my sister Tamar come here to make a couple of cakes, so that I may be nourished from her hand." Then David sent word to Tamar at the house, "Please go to the house of Amnon, your brother, and prepare food for him." So Tamar went to the house of Amnon, her brother, where he was lying. She took the dough, kneaded it, and made the cakes before him. Then she baked them. Then she took the baking tray and served the cakes to him, but he refused to eat. Amnon said, "Send everyone away." So they all left him. Then Amnon said to Tamar, "Bring the food into the bedroom, that I may eat from your hand." So Tamar took the cakes that she had made and brought them in the bedroom to Amnon, her brother. When she brought them close for him to eat, he took hold of her and said, "Come lie with me, my sister." She pled with him, No, my brother, do not violate me, for such a thing is not to be done in Israel. Do not carry out this awful thing. As for me, where could I escape my disgrace? And you would be like one of the fools in Israel. Now please speak to the king, for he will not withhold me from you. But he refused to listen to her. So being stronger than her, he overpowered her and lay with her. Well, in other words, he assaulted her. He sexually assaulted her. Yes, he did. That's horrible. Then Amnon hated her greatly, so that the hatred with which he hated her was greater than the love with which he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, "Get up, go away." She said to him, "No, because this great offense of dismissing me is worse than the other which you did to me." But he refused to listen to her. He called his personal servant and said, "Send this woman out from me," and secured the door behind her. Now she was wearing a long robe, because the virgin daughters of the king were clothed in such garments. So his servant put her out and secured the door behind her. So Tamar put ashes on her head and tore the long robe she was wearing. She put her hand on her head and left, wailing as she went. Absalom, her brother, said to her, "Has Amnon your brother been with you? Keep silent for now, my sister. He is your brother. Do not take this thing to heart." So Tamar stayed in the house of Absalom, her brother, a desolate woman. When King David heard about these things, he was very angry. And Absalom would not speak with Amnon, either pleasantly or angrily. But Absalom hated Amnon because he had raped his sister, Tamar. This is horrible. This is really horrible, but some of these things that are happening within David's family are happening specifically because of some other actions that David himself took on some other people. And God kind of warned him about it in some of the previous chapters. But anyway, let's continue. Absalom kills Amnon. 2 full years later, the sheep shearers of Absalom were in Baal Hazor, near Ephraim, and Absalom invited all of the sons of the king. Then Absalom came to the king and said, "Behold, your servant has sheep shearers. Will the king and his servants kindly go with your servant?" The king said to Absalom, "No, my son, we must not all go, or we will be a burden to you." When he urged him, he refused to go, but gave him his blessing. Absalom said, "If not, allow my brother Amnon to go with us." But the king replied to him, "Why should he go with you?" But Absalom urged him until he sent Amnon and all of the king's sons along with him. Now Absalom had commanded his servant, "Look for Amnon to become carefree on account of the wine. Then I will say to you, strike Amnon and kill him. Mm. Do not be afraid, for I am not myself commanding you. I'm sorry, do not be afraid, for am not I myself commanding you. Be strong and brave." So the servants of Absalom did to Amnon which Absalom had commanded. Then the sons of the king arose each mounting his mule, and fled. Well, Amnon shouldn't have been a rapist, should he? That's what happens. While they were on the way, the report reached David. Absalom struck down all the sons of the king, and there is not one of them remaining. Then the king arose, tore his garments, and lay on the ground, while all of his servants who were standing nearby tore their garments. But Jonadab, the son of David's brother, Shimea, said, "My lord should not think that they have killed all of the servants who are the king's sons. Amnon alone is dead. For this has been determined from the day he raped Tamar, his sister, by the very declaration of Absalom." I gotta say, I agree with what happened to Amnon. I know a lot of people don't agree with this sort of thing, but I do. I think because when a woman is raped, it really does murder a part of who she is. It just does. And I think that the punishment should be death. I've thought this for a very long time. Now, my lord, the king, should not take this matter to heart, thinking that all of the king's sons are dead. Instead, Amnon alone is dead. Absalom fled. Now, when the servant who was keeping watch looked up, and behold, many people were coming from the road behind him, around the hill. So Jonadab said to the king, "Behold, the king's sons are coming. As your servant spoke, so it is." As soon as he had finished speaking, behold, the sons of the king came, lifted their voices, and wept. The king and all of his servants also wept loudly. Now Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur. But David mourned over his son every day. When Absalom fled and went to Geshur, he was there for 3 years. Then King David longed to go out to Absalom, for he was consoled over the death of Amnon. Mm. That's a little bit of a rough chapter, but goes to show just about every element of life is in the Bible, including thoughts about sexual assault and the reality of how it negatively impacts people. So that's it for today. Everyone have a great night. I'm going to just relax. That's what I'm going to do over here. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.